Hey YouTube, this is your lucky day. I have another Learn from My Air. This one has to do with pre-planning your trip. So, I had to come up to Pottsville, PA. And as part of the Qualcomm information from Prime, it tells you, I'll just read it to you real quick because it's more poignant that way, I believe. So you send in a macro 19, and then it'll give you specific instructions, warnings, restrictions, or whatever for that specific customer that you're going to. So this one talks about caution, I-80, PA-54, and PA-901. Steep grade isn't recommended. Windy and steep. Wow. When I punched the address into my GPS and did the atlas, everything was cool. Because in my GPS, 901 didn't appear. Something like Gordon Mountain Road. In other words, AKA, also known as. So this girl took the steep and windy road. I think that's a Chicago song. Or Kansas. But anyway, the exact road they told me to stay away from, I took. Because GPS had an alternate name for that road. So when I was going through the my turns, I didn't see the highway that was mentioned. And I said, ooh, I'm good. Now, it wasn't impassable, but it wasn't fun. It was narrow and steep and windy, like they said. And I thought, and it, like, the signs on the side of the road said truck route. And I thought, who in the world, said this should be a truck route? However, when you get to certain areas, you don't have a lot of different routes that you can take. So, was it an error? I don't know. Well, I took the road they told me not to, but it wasn't like, I ended up take a road with a low bridge where I had to turn around or get help getting out. It just was a tricky drive. That's all. So, but I don't know how you get around that. Like, I even went back to my atlas, and for some of them they'll say like the numbering, like 7. I'm gonna completely make this up because I don't know this stuff by heart, but like 70 is the same as US 40 is the same as like slash. Well, it wasn't like this highway / Gordon Mountain Road or whatever it's called. So I don't know how I would have known that. Maybe just from experience and coming to the same spots and delivering and picking up and that sort of thing. I guess I'll pick that up after time. But multiple names for the same road. Just be aware of it, I guess. Like, I suppose it could help you in certain circumstances and then hinder you in others. So this was somewhat of a hindrance, because it took me longer to get there, of course, because I had to be, my speed was slower. So yeah, it was an error. I should have, I don't know. I gotta figure that out, how I find out all alternate names, but I don't want to do that for every single turn. You know, that's sort of ridiculous. So I don't know. I don't know how I'm going to solve that going forward so I don't make that mistake again. I don't know how often it'll happen, but we'll see. But that's my learn from my error today. And just a small rant at the end of this. I really hate driving West Virginia. I don't care if it's US 50 or 68. It totally sucked my fuel because I'm pretty heavy. And it's stupid. I don't know if the engineer that created those roads was drunk, but you know, it'll say 70 for the speed limit and I'll be going 55 and it feels like I'm going to tip over in some of those corners, like, you know, with the turns, the curves. I think that they're, instead of banking their curves like into the curve, they're like banked outward, like something's wrong. Like, I hate driving that state. Like, I've driven it a couple times now and I thought, oh, it's just the highway. No, now I've been on several different highways and I hate driving that state. It's challenging and it sucks a lot of fuel. So it's costing me time and money. I don't like that. But I suppose it's part of the job, so I don't know. I'm going to have to start looking at alternate routes. Maybe more miles makes up for the fact that I won't be spending extra time or fuel for less miles through that state. So I'm gonna have to take a look at that the next time around and see if that works. But gosh, yeah, this West Virginia, I don't know if it's the Corps of Engineers. I don't know who creates roads, but they need some improvement there for sure. All right, I'm out. Be safe and warm. I'm getting my APU fixed tonight. APU/bunk heater. What? Yeah, if Walmart would get me unloaded and I can get out of here, I would be able to make my appointment in Pittston. So let's hope that goes well, because Mama wants heat. I've purchased several different types of heaters, and it doesn't matter if they are plugged into a cigarette lighter. After a while, the truck completely shuts off, so anything that's in the cigarette lighter is no longer powered. Then I bought one for an outlet, and that sucks too. I just need my bunk heater fixed. That's it. All right. This turned into a learn from my error to a rant about West Virginia to I hope I get my bunk heater fixed tonight. I'm all over the place. All right. Have a good night.